All right, boys and girls, my name is Mike Kelly, animatorsforum.com. I'm going to post this real quick because somebody was asking a question on our forum, and I think I can just answer with a quick video, the simplest way to answer it. Truly, though, you should do the tutorials on SmartBones. And secondly, I will say I'm a horrible artist, so anything that I'm trying to do here, please don't pay attention to how I can draw. Any case, so I'm using my Swiss Army tool just to create some things here. So I'm going to create this body shape of this guy that apparently wants this shape. I'm not sure. Again, terrible artist that I am. So there's this shape here, and let's go in here and get it about like he wants it. I'm not sure. He was asking about how many points or what he needed to do to get it to bend the way he wants to. I don't know. I'm just going to show him SmartBones. So I have this basic shape here that's just kind of a mirror of that body, and I think what he wants it to do is go from one side to the other with a bone movement of some sort. So that's my cat. Whoops, I'm in a different layer. My cat attempts to help me. Come on. I'm not sure what the shape looks like down at the lower here. Anyway, whatever this body shape is. So we want to move it. Well, with SmartBones, you can do anything you want. So we're going to define a bone layer up here. We'll just call it bones. Doesn't really matter what we call it, but I get in the habit of moving things. So I'm going to create some bones here. And actually, in this particular case, I'm just going to create one bone to show you that it doesn't really matter how you do this. You don't really want to overthink this process. So I'm going to create one bone, and I'll just make it there so that you can see it real easily. And I'm going to make this the smart bone. It's always a good idea to name your bone something better than just bone 1, bone 2. So we'll call it body, because that's the body bone. So what this is going to be is this is going to be a smart bone, and it's not right now. If we go into the thing here, and I go to my tools to move bones. This particular bone will move the entire layer. So so I'm here. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to rotate this bone. Oh, here we go. If I rotate this bone, it just rotates the layer. So that's because by default it's operating on the entire layer behind it and the weight of it. But that isn't really what you really care about with SmartBones, because SmartBones can do anything you want. So it's good to have the basic understanding of how this works. But we'll define a smart bone because this will make that into a smart bone. So we'll go up here, and forgive me about this, but the real funny thing about this is that I am all of my stuff that I do, all the smart bones that I define are defined automatically, programmatically. So actually defining one is not going to be the easiest thing in the world for me. But let's create a new action, and all you'd have to do is create the action with the same name as the bone. What did I call it though? I think I call it body, right? And that by default makes it a smart bone. You notice the bone itself gets highlighted. So what we want to do is, over the course of a number of frames, I usually use 150, but you can use whatever you want. We want to have where we want the bone to be, and then the movement will define whatever we want it to move. So right here, I'm going to actually have the bone, the rotation stored there. So that's what I want that basic body movement to be. And then over here, at frame 1, I'm going to move it over to here. And when I do that, I'm going to go to the layer here and go to my tools and deform the layer so that it looks approximately. And of course, once again, because I'm a terrible artist, and you can use the curvature tools, you can use whatever tools you want to practically to, and I don't know where, oh, he wanted it to come up that way. So whatever. I'm trying to get this to be exactly like he wanted this to be, but let's pretend that's it. I'm going to pretend that's close enough. I think he'll get the idea from what we're doing here, but let's pretend that's the body shape that we want there. And so that's where it rotates in that direction. And then when it comes up here, oh, you know what I didn't do is I didn't save the rotation. When it comes up to frame 75, which is halfway in between, we want it to take on the body shape of that. So frame 1, move those keys to frame 1. We want it to be there. And then as it comes up, it's going to go back to its normal frame, and then frame 150. And once again, the number of keyframes is arbitrary. However, it's a good idea to use enough of them so that you get a smooth movement. So in any case, I'm going to rotate the bone in this direction a bit. Doesn't really matter how much to rotate it, but however you really want to. And then once again, I'm going to the layer, going to my tools to my Swiss Army tool to deform this in the direction of what he wanted this to be, sort of. I'm such a lousy artist. There we go, something like this. It's somewhere in this neighborhood. I'm sure this will give him enough of an idea of how SmartBones work. Okay, so that's essentially what we want to do. So then, as you see, as the bone moves, the body deforms, and you can have it deform any way you want. I could have it change colors. So, for example, at this frame, it could be white, which it is right now, and then if I go to the shape tools, wherever the heck they are, am I on the frame? Yes, I'm on the frame. Oh, there we are. Like I said, I do most of the stuff under programmatical control. So let's say that it's yellow normally. So it's yellow there. So notice I put down a key for that color change. So we go, and so it's white here. And so then when it goes over to this side, we'll have it go to red, for example. Maybe he gets red in the face or something. Anyway, that's a SmartBone. So a SmartBone can really do anything you want. So it does that. So hopefully that gives you the idea of how SmartBones work. And then if we go back to the main line, now we're in our main line, we go to the bones, and we can put a key in here. Let's say we just put a regular rotation key in there, and then we come over to here and rotate it a little bit in that direction. You notice the body moving there. Come over to here, put another key there. Come over to here, rotate it all the way back to here, and then you got that. So, it's whatever you want to do. SmartBones can do anything you want. And hopefully that gives you the idea. And you can move more than one layer. You can do just anything. So hopefully that's it. Mike Kelly again, animatorsforum.com. Please follow us.